Alright, many of you have been reaching out to me to do a video on Dumb Reach fragrances, and I thought to myself, do I really want to do a video called Dumb Reach fragrances? Well, I'm putting together this video of Dumb Reach fragrances, but mostly these are easy to wear men's fragrances that you can use day after day after day. You don't have to think about the fragrances, they're not overwhelming with the notes, they're not going into the deep dark amber sweet kind of directions, or very heavily spiced or oudi or animalic and things like that. These are very easy to wear fragrances. You can make these signature scents for yourselves because they're easy to grab, spray, move on, featuring light spices and aromatics, lots of citruses, maybe some ozonic notes, maybe some aldehydes. So these are 15 easy to wear men's fragrances that you can wear day after day, coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today I'm talking about easy to wear fragrances that you don't have to think twice about wearing. They'll smell great. They're fresh, refreshing, invigorating, lightly spicy, aromatic, lots of citruses with light woods and things like that. And this is a collection of budget fragrances. These are inexpensive. Lots of these fragrances are under $50, so you don't have to think twice about wasting away the juice because they're so inexpensive. Anyway, I'll let you know what they are before I do. If this is your first time tuning into the channel and you still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. Let's jump right into this. This is not a ranked list. I'm just giving you 15 options, and there's one bonus option as well. Starting with a fragrance from the house of Jill Sander, and this is not a house that's really represented here in the States. I don't see their fragrances at any department stores, but a lot of their fragrances are at the discounters. This is Jill Sander's Sun Men, 125 ml bottle, currently retailing for about 25 bucks. This is a very easy, slightly sunny, maybe a little beachy kind of a wear, but it's lightly spicy with cardamom. There's lots of bergamot here with musk, nutmeg, some sandalwood, and rosemary. It's kind of like sunshine in a bottle, but it's not overwhelming. It's the eau de toilette version, and I think it wears nice. There's also something very cozy, creamy about this one in comparison to some of the others that's on this list where they could be sharp and metallic leaning because the aromatics and the spices and the citruses kind of create that. But here with this one, there's something smooth and cozy and creamy and soothing about this one, which makes it for very easy to wear. So Jill Sander's Sun Men's the first fragrance. That's actually quite a great deal, 25 bucks for a 125 ml bottle. This next one's a new one and no one's really talking about it. I was anticipating this launch. I featured it in a video like a month ago, and then I saw it at Fragrance X for about 26 bucks for 100 ml. This is KARL Lagerfeld's Classic Gray, a flanker to the original classic fragrance from, I think it was the late 70s when that launched. It comes in a kind of an amber colored juice. This is a modern version of it, more aromatic, spicy, woody direction, featuring loads of sandalwood, vanilla, moss, oak, cedar, laurel, lavender, hazelnut leaf. So this to me seems like it might have a little more substance, but still it's a very easy to wear. It is a designer after all. There's definitely woodsy touches here. There's light sweet touches in there, but definitely is something that you can easily spray on and move on and make it a signature scent, or something you could wear over and over again. Kind of a dumb reach, but out of all the ones I'm going to talk to you about today, this one might have a little more substance and depth, but I really do enjoy this one. I think it's a great update to the original. It doesn't smell anything like the original classic, but definitely modern, somewhat take on it, I guess. KARL Lagerfeld Classic Gray. Definitely check that out if you are a fan of KARL Lagerfeld's fragrances. Again, it doesn't smell anything like the original because I have the original. I bought them two together from Fragrance X, and they're nothing alike. I'll maybe do a video with the two together, but definitely check that out because I think 100 ml for 26 is quite inexpensive. This next fragrance is from the house of CARON. I've got two CARON fragrances on this list. This one actually is a kind of a limited edition release. I bought it around the same time as this because I've been wanting to get my nose on this, but it was not really getting a full release. And it also doesn't come in a large size bottle. It's a 75 ml bottle. This is NUIT Fresh, this one right here. Have you guys tried this one yet? Boy, it's good. It's really, really great. It's definitely one of those like dumb reach fragrances because it's very fresh. It's so fresh and invigorating and very, very soapy as well because there's a major ozonic notes and kind of like aldehydic notes running throughout this fragrance to me. So it makes it for a light and airy, fizzy, sparkling experience, but kind of watery at the same time as well. So this is 75 ml for 34 bucks at Fragrance X. I have links in the info box so you can use those links to buy these fragrances. But I recommend it if you're looking for that easy to wear fragrance that you can use over and over again, day after day. As mentioned, a dumb reach kind of a fragrance because it smells great. It's fresh and it's not intrusive. It's kind of like a fragrance that you can put on and your friends or colleagues are not going to be offended by it because you're going to be smelling fresh with it. So CARON NUIT Fresh is a great release. Again, I don't know if this is a limited edition because it's not really being talked about, but I think it's definitely worth it for the price. And it's got a great looking bottle. I really like it. Is it a blue fragrance? Because it does come in a blue bottle. I guess it would be kind of considered in that kind of line of blue fragrances, but this one to me, like I said, it goes into that kind of ozonic, soapy, clean direction. Anyway, NUIT Fresh from CARON is a great release. So this one's a classic going back to the early 90s. This is CK1 from Calvin Klein. This to me is a very much so a very easy to wear fragrance. It's kind of one of those afterthoughts. You know, you're looking for some kind of a fragrance, you grab it, you spray it on and move on. It's pleasant, it's aromatic, it's green, it's lightly spicy, lots of citruses, and this one won't break the bank either. It's 100 ml for about 25 bucks, and you know, it's got all these fresh citrusy notes, very invigorating, some light floral touches as well, and then you know, you've got major dosages of citruses. Did I already mention that? There's green notes here too. A wonderful fragrance, Calvin Klein CK1. If you don't know it, it still smells great, although a lot of these fragrances are not going to be the best performing fragrances, so you'll have to have decants with you or your bottles with you if you're going to wear them during the day. Let's say, for example, you're wearing them at the office and they will kind of fizzle away and you know, it won't last as long. You just replenish or take a decant with you. So they're inexpensive, and that's kind of why. Some of these might perform better than others though, but I think if you want the fragrance to last all day long, either to have your bottle with you or take a decant of the fragrance. Anyway, moving on to the House of the Body Shop. This is White Musk for Men, one of my all-time favorite cheapies, and it's suggested retail 100 ml for 28 bucks, but they do have sales there all the time, so wait for their sales. They'll go down to as low as 20 bucks for this one, so it's really inexpensive. And I really love this because this is ultra cozy, ultra soothing, ultra relaxing, and also this musk has this kind of a very sexy quality to it. But it's sandalwood, vetiver, tonka beans, jasmine, lavender, geranium, loads of beautiful notes. This one actually garnered me compliments as well back when I was getting a lot more compliments hanging around people. But again, it's a short-lived fragrance, but it's very inexpensive, and it's a perfect dumb reach fragrance, or something you can, you know, wear day after day after day after day, and you smell great with it. So Body Shop White Musk for Men, a great fragrance. This next one might be a little more oomfier than the other fragrances, but I think it's close enough to the skin with this one that I think it'll be a perfect everyday wear or a dumb reach fragrance. This is LALIQUE's White. This one currently at the discounters 125 ml for 34 bucks. So some of these fragrances are better deals than others. You know, 125 ml, you get 25 more ml versus, you know, the 100, which is a really great deal, whereas this one is a 75 ml, so you're getting less juice. But you know, this is, I really like this one a lot. But here with White, I've talked about White quite a bit. It's kind of a bitter, spicy, woody, citrusy kind of a combination of notes. We've got Petitgrain, black pepper, bergamot, tamarind, cedar, and nutmeg. But it's definitely dumb reach. It's definitely something you can wear easily every day over and over again. But yes, this one does have a little more substance to it. It's a little more woody, it's a little more bitter, and definitely a little more spicy, but still I think you can totally get away with it. It's kind of a bitter citrusy, I should say. There's the Petitgrain note, which is the leaves, so you get that citrusy touch, but it's a little bitter and definitely very green and woody. So this is LALIQUE White, a great scent you should definitely check out if you're looking for something you can wear day after day and not break the bank as well. So I'm going back to CARON. This is CARON, Pour un homme de CARON Low. So this is a watery or low version of the original CARON, Pour un homme de CARON. So it does have the lavender in there, and you do experience the, the idea of the original CARON, Pour un homme de CARON. This one definitely goes into a watery direction. There's a little lighter and a little lighter smell, and I think it's an easier wear with maybe also a little aquatic kind of leaning as well, or marine. So lavender, vetiver, lime, ambergris, geranium, and vanilla. So the combination is nice. It's a little more cozy, although the original is very, very cozy. This one has the invigorating lime kind of citrusy touch in there, but there's something watery running throughout it, which makes for an easier wear, easier to grab and spray on and leave, kind of like reminding yourself of the original lavender vanilla kind of a combo. But here we get kind of something smoother, a little waterier, perhaps a little more aquatic and lightly marine with citruses. So this is CARON, Pour un homme de CARON Low, and I did not say the price on this one. It's 125 ml for 43 bucks. So very, very good price. I think it's inexpensive enough, and you're getting 25 ml extra with this fragrance in comparison to a regular 100 ml bottle. So that is a great option for a dumb reach fragrance. This next one is a fragrance I featured in a video over on Sunday from the house of BOTICARIO. This is Malbec Blue, and this is surprisingly good. It smells great in comparison to the other 6 I reviewed in that video. I featured it at number 2, as I said. 100 ml for 45 bucks for this one, and it's kind of an aquatic marine take on the original Malbec fragrance, and this one features sandalwood, oak moss, aquazone, meaning it's got these marine notes. In addition to these notes, you've got aromatic notes, you've got some oak moss and amber. I think it's a solid release. It's definitely one of those blue fragrances. Blue, it's called blue, but it's pleasant. It's a nice wear. It's a dumb reach. You can wear it day after day after day, smell great, and not break the bank. And I think this is also perfect for the office. I think these kind of fragrances definitely work at the office when you have people that might be sensitive to smells and things like that. And a signature scent. Anyway, Malbec Blue from the house of Boticario, a great option. So next, going to the house of KARL Lagerfeld once again. This is Bois de Vetiver. Can see there it is. Bois de Vetiver right here, 100 ml for 22 bucks currently. Very inexpensive. I'm surprised how inexpensive these two KARL Lagerfeld fragrances are. This one's being a lot newer, and as I said, this just launched like earlier this year, and it's at the discounters for under 30 bucks for that fragrance. This one, on the other hand, to me, is kind of a citrusy take on vetiver, but more citrus is less vetiver. So you've got this kind of like a very, very zingy, spicy grapefruit note, but there's also lots of blood orange in this one. And in addition to that, you've got, loads of grassy vetiver, but they've thrown in some rose, some geranium, some ambroxan, musk, and patchouli. But the combination is great. I think it's a perfect dumb reach fragrance. It's very citrusy, it's very invigorating, it's very fresh, and I think it's one of those fragrances you can use day after day after day. Smell great, and it won't break your bank. It's very inexpensive. 22 bucks for 100 ml. You're smelling great, plus you're not spending a lot of money on fragrance. So Bois de Vetiver from the house of KARL Lagerfeld, great fragrance there. This is a fragrance from the house of Zegna. This is Uomo, this one right here. And I should mention, I just looked up prices for this, and I can find them for 100 ml, 39 bucks. I don't know how long this particular fragrance will last, because Zegna just got dropped by Estee Lauder. I don't know which firm they went with, or conglomerate they went with to release their fragrances, but Estee Lauder dropped them last year, and I think their contract is ending sometime this year if it hasn't already ended. So I don't know how long this fragrance will be around, but I think it's a great fragrance to wear, and definitely a dumb reach fragrance. It's a very, very ozonic and watery fragrance with light aromatics and light woody touches, so you can wear it. It's fresh, it's invigorating, it's zingy. There's some crisp crunchiness in there with the ozonic violet leaves notes, and it's very, very watery. So it's a very, very easy to wear fragrance. Definitely dumb reach. You can grab, spray, move on, and you don't have to think about, oh my god, am I wearing this fragrance? Is it going to offend this person? Is it going to offend that person? So it's one of those kind of fragrances. I do like this one, and I think it's definitely very, very easy to wear. So this is Zegna Uomo, and great fragrance for you to check out for something you can wear over and over again. This next fragrance is from 4711. This is Aqua Colonia Intense Awakening Woods of Scandinavia. I really like this one. It's 175 ml for about 45 bucks. So you're getting a lot more juice here for under 50 bucks, but it is an eau de cologne, meaning it's still one of the lightest concentrations in fragrances, so you do have to spray a lot. But I think this one actually, with the kind of notes it has in it, does have some staying power, but don't think that this is like a beast mode fragrance. It's not. It's just, it lingers on longer, but it's very, very close to the skin. And the notes in here are fir, rose, jasmine, patchouli, osmanthus, bergamot, pink pepper, coriander, olibanum. So it's very woody, it's very spicy, and lots of citruses as well, and it goes into the green direction. But definitely very, very easy to wear, something you can spray on over and over and over again, day after day. You smell great, and it won't break your bank, you know? So this is Aqua Colonia Intensa Awakening Woods of Scandinavia, and it's from the 4711 brand. So a great fragrance for you to check out. This next fragrance is from the house of Frank Olivier. This is Sunrise Vetiver. So Sunrise Vetiver is also a very fresh, citrusy take on vetiver, and definitely has a very sunshiny, sunny kind of a experience. This one is a 75 ml bottle for 27. Still very inexpensive, but it is 25 ml less juice in comparison to like a regular 100 ml bottle. But still, I think it's definitely worth it. This one to me has lots of vetiver, but also lots of lemons. So I think that lemons gives it the sunshiny kind of an experience, because lemons to me is just sunshine in the fruits. When I look at them, it's just, I think of the sun, because that's what's taking it to ripen and become a fruit and things like that. But along with vetiver and lemons here, you've got bergamot, you've got iris, you've got lemongrass, orange blossom, a little spice and aromatic touches of nutmeg and rosemary. I think it's a pleasant fragrance, definitely inexpensive, definitely worth it. And if you're thinking about fragrances and you want to smell great day after day, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, Dumb Reach fragrance, totally Sunrise Vetiver from the house of Frank Olivier. And speaking of vetiver, we're going to the house of Zara. This is Vetiver Pamplemousse. This is such a great release from this. This is my favorite in this collection. I just absolutely love it. Although I haven't sampled every single fragrance from this collection, this to me is very, very solid, and I absolutely love it. And I like the combination of that grapefruit, which adds the spiciness and the zinginess. There's a little bite with the citrusy touches, a little bitterness through the mandarin orange, and of course the vetiver. To me, it's very, very invigorating. It's very fresh, and it's also one of those kind of fragrances that you don't have to think twice about wearing it, because you're going to spray it on, you're going to smell great, and it's just going to be a perfect fragrance that, you know, you don't have to think twice about wearing around certain people and things like that. And also great fragrance for the office too, you know? I think it's a kind of fragrance you can wear day after day, smell great, and also it won't break your bank. So this is for 90 ml, 30 bucks. I think it's a great fragrance. Definitely one of my favorites from that Joe Malone collection of fragrances from Zara. Moving on to this particular fragrance from the house of Bentley. This is Azure. This is Bentley for Men Azure is what I should say. This is currently selling for 100 ml for 28 bucks. So very, very inexpensive. And this is a very ozonic fragrance. Lots of violet leaves here, lots of them. So you've got this kind of crisp, watery kind of ozonic quality with this particular fragrance, which makes for an easier wear, dumb reach kind of a fragrance. But lots of violet leaves, pineapple, tangerine, bergamot, tea, lavender, clary sage, cashmere wood, and tonka beans. It's a great fragrance. Very, very fresh, very crisp, very, very crunchy. Lots of watery touches and some aromatics and fruits and woods as well. This is Bentley for Men Azure. Definitely check that out. It's currently for about 100 ml, 28 bucks. And the last fragrance in the list, remember this is not a rank list, is from the house of Taos. This is 1920, the origin in the EDT concentration. So I wouldn't call the original of this collection, this series of fragrances, dumb reach or easy to wear, or fragrances you can wear over and over again, because it does have that cumin note. The cumin note has been removed here, and it's gone into a very juicy, grapefruity, watery kind of a direction. I think there's definitely a note in here called water, and you do experience this wateriness, and I think they're using perhaps notes like ozonic notes, violet leaves, maybe some cucumber, or maybe even something like, I don't know, some kind of a note to give it this kind of watery effect in the fragrance. So this particular fragrance currently selling for 100 ml for 28 bucks. Very easy to wear, very invigorating with that grapefruit and the water note, and it's all about grapefruit, water, clary sage, vetiver, cinnamon, geranium, and Guaiac wood. It's very easy to wear, very fresh, very zingy, very, very crisp. just a beautiful fragrance that you can wear day after day, and you know, not gonna think twice about, you know, spending too much money on fragrances because it only cost you about 28 bucks for 100 ml. I highly recommend this one. In fact, every single one of these fragrances are perfect and easy to wear. Definitely the kind of fragrances I would consider dumb reach, because, you know, dumb reach to me basically means something I don't have to think about it. You know, I just grab it, spray it. I know it's not going to be uncomfortable to wear for myself or for others. It's just easy to wear kind of a fragrance. Anyway, Taos 1920 de origin EDT is the last fragrance in this video. What are your thoughts about these fragrances, and what are your thoughts on dumb reach fragrances? Do you consider these kind of fragrances the dumb reach fragrances, or would you go for something a lot more intense, a lot more ambery, woody, spicy, oody, animalic? Let me know. Put some comments down. Have you tried these particular fragrances, and do you consider them dumb reach or easy to wear as well? Let me know. Put some comments down. And lastly, if you have any ideas for other fragrances similar to these that you would consider dumb reach, or you would consider for easy to wear fragrances you can just wear over and over again, and it won't, you know, be uncomfortable with, and, you know, have a difficult time or challenge with yourself or with other people. Anyway, put some comments down so I can find out. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. And for that one bonus fragrance, it is Zara's Vibrant Leather. Vibrant Leather is that kind of Aventus-like fragrance, and I think it's very easy to wear, definitely dumb reach, and it's a pleasant smell. And you've got very inexpensive fragrance, 100 ml for about 30 bucks, so it won't break your bank. And, you know, if you like the idea of smelling like Aventus, this is definitely something you would pull for. But this has notes of bergamot, bamboo, and leather. It eventually, you know, settles to a leather, but it's all citrusy and kind of this pulpy kind of green grassy kind of a note with the bamboo in here. It's a great smell. Yes, it does remind me of Aventus, but it's definitely a dumb reach fragrance. You don't have to think twice about wearing. You can just spray it on and smell fresh and go on with your day. Anyway, that's the bonus fragrance, Vibrant Leather from the House of Zara. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and stay tuned for more videos very soon. Bye-bye.